Hello and welcome to the Stellar Devils Friday Focus. Myself, Graham Munsey, joined by Dave Harley as we look back on another defeat, unfortunately for the Devils. This time the Kent Royals running out 48-42 victors. We hear from Devils' new number one Lee Complon. We'll hear from his opposing number, Alfie Botel, and our race of the week this week. An excellent effort by Gregor Miller in heat number 8. And Dave, it was a match coming in. The Devils were re-strengthened, not even a word. Strengthened is probably just a word on its own. I'll use that one. Lee Complon coming in, Elliot Kelly coming in. Kent, maybe a few injuries, a few unknowns. Certainly for me, it was one I was very much hoping that Armadale would be able to break their schneid so far, but wasn't to be. Kent stuck to the task, stuck to it well, and were deserved winners on the night.
Yeah, as you say, there was, you're looking at a new team, and maybe there's still a couple of them just obviously finding their feet with Lee's first laps for a while, and Elliott's, I don't know when the last time he was on a bike. So yeah, but there was cause for optimism tonight, that's for sure, and we got pretty close. Unfortunately, the Kent top two were just too good in the end, and that's carried Kent through to the win in the end. But some better sides for the Devils, but another hard night, and I can't disagree. Kent probably did just about deserve it in the end, but good to go to the last heat decider, and as you say, a lot closer for Armadale.
That's it, a lot closer for Armadale and stuff to build on. Lee Complon comes in, it's his first meeting, he's got 2 race wins in there, isn't it? And then unlucky, just gets stuck in the wrong place at the wrong time, and heat 13 and comes down. Tom Woolley was pretty solid throughout. We saw, as you mentioned, first time back on the bike for Elliot Kelly, but he got better and better and finished his night with a paid win.
Excellent.
So he can be happy with that. Gregor Miller had 3 heat wins, so a good night's work for him. So we kind of say it every week, you always look for the positives, and there's points in there, and you're thinking, right, there's stuff to build on, but just wasn't to be. And for me, probably Botel and Morley, we knew they'd be very good. 28 points, but between those two, I was expecting 25, 26. So they did slightly better, but it was that middle order, Dan O'Verge and Connor King. First time ever at Armadale for both of them, and to both finish on 7 points. That's for me where the meeting really swung.
Yeah, definitely. When Connor King came out in that race number 3 and one round outside, I was thinking, hang on here, they've got 3 top riders. That was probably his best ride of the night, but still going to 7+1 and looking good. Dan O'Verge has been around for a bit, but still solid 3 second places, and then young Kyron Linden, is it Linden or Lydon, coming in as a guest? National League guest, you're maybe expecting not much, but he was very good and very worthy of his points.
Yep, all worthy off the points, and the man that only dropped 1 point was the number one Alfie Botel. We caught up with him after. So Alfie, 14 points for yourself, a win for the team, pretty good night's work.
Yeah, definitely, can't complain. I messed up the first ride a little bit, actually I gated the first one, then the re-ride, I just sort of missed it, but got to learn the track in that one, and then enjoyed it, and the team won, so happy days.
Yeah. It's obviously Kent playing a bit of catch up with the fixtures. I think that's only 4 matches or 5 matches run now, but 2 wins on the road, unbeaten at home, setting yourself up quite nicely for those playoffs already.
Yeah, that's the aim. We just got to get to them playoffs. It doesn't matter if we're first or fourth, so just got to keep getting the points in, and hopefully get the team rolling. We are rolling, so hopefully carry on.
I think we can see the team spirit. Everyone's walking past you, trying to noise you up in front of the camera and stuff, so it must be a pretty good pitch to be in.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, definitely. I'm fortunate with Plymouth and Kent. I get on with all the boys, and with me and Ben, we ride together a lot, live near each other, so good pals. So it's nice when it all gels together.
And how much do you think that helps having the 2 leagues? I mean, we see the heats 13 and 15 there, you and Ben able to absolutely jump out the gates. And do you think that sharpness of doing the more matches really helps when you come down? And some of these guys for Armadale haven't ridden maybe in 6 weeks.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's just it helps so much. Obviously, it's quite hard for the boys, for the other ones, just to get the track time in. But being busy helps hugely. And
we spoke during the week. I think you mentioned running that top sort of 3 or 4 in the averages. You must view yourself as one of the top men in this league and scoring 14 points away from home. Although I think Ben pipped you, he got a maximum tonight, so he pipped you by 1. You need to do better next time.
Yeah, exactly. Always room for improvement.
Alfie there, as I joked with him, always room for improvement. He watched his teammate Ben Morley get the max. Alfie just beaten in heat number 1. But, a big night's work for Kent. And I spoke to team boss John Samford during the week, and he kind of said he maybe wasn't sure on where the team is just now. And they're going for the playoffs, they'd like it, but they weren't sure if that was going to be a bit of an ask, but that's now 2 wins on the road out of 3 away matches, 2 home wins unbeaten, including beating current league leaguers Berwick last week. So Kent are on the up and up.
Yeah, definitely. They've got a lot of cause for optimism in that. That top 2 will go everywhere and score a lot of points. Same as us with Josh and Sam and the Monarchs team. If you know you're going to get 27, 28 points, you're always in with a shout, and it doesn't take much from the rest of the team to get you over that line for at least a point. And as it turned out tonight, 3. So yeah, lots of cause for optimism for them. For the Devils, we just got to, as we say, got Josh Embleton again, solid. Four third places looked good. Elliot Kelly, as you said, coming through to win to get a paid win in his last race, getting better and better. He'll be very good, hopefully, for Armadale, and 3 wins for Gregor Miller is excellent. We'll be looking at a couple of drop points, both Danny and Lee coming off, and there's probably a couple of races where Gregor's maybe just inside, and if he'd raced the same way he had in Heat 8 in other 2 races, he maybe comes through. But that's racing, Robin. That's the way it goes sometimes. And as we already said, a wee bit cause for more optimism, hopefully.
Yep, start of a busy weekend. Of course, this will be out live, or well, not live, but be up on Saturday morning. The Devils will head to Leicester Saturday evening and then Mildenhall Sunday. So a busy weekend, and that's something that Devils #1 league comp one's looking forward to, as he told me after the match. So tough night again for the Devils, but your first go at the National League since your comeback. How did you find it out there tonight?
Yeah, I found it good. Obviously, it's totally different to when I come here with Newcastle. Obviously, there's a bit of dirt on, but it'll get my skills good riding on slicker tracks. Just like I said, just finding the setups again for slick tracks, but made a few mistakes. Obviously, it cost me to slide off, but it's all a learning curve in it. So hopefully, then obviously take this into tomorrow now.
Yeah, we spoke to Alfie Botel there, obviously, and just that difference, obviously, probably your first time on the bike in a month, maybe 6 weeks. Guys like Alfie and Ben riding 2 tracks, so getting the matches when it comes to heats 13 and 15, you can see just how sharp those guys were off the start.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, like I say, I'm struggling with these slick starts at the moment, so just need to work on that. And like you say, it's just riding time. Obviously, being out for 10 years to come back to have another month off, I don't need that right now. So obviously, it's nice to have this tomorrow and then Sunday, so hopefully I'll bank points. And
then Heat 13, you mentioned that there, you were going for that kind of famous Lee Copland blast round outside, and did you just kind of lose it a wee bit mid-bend on that first and second bend? Did you catch a bit of grip or something you weren't expecting?
I came in obviously really hot, and obviously the chap came up quite wide, so I had to kind of straighten up. As I straightened, it kind of just drove me, which is my fault. I should have just locked up, but it's one of those where if the grip would have been there, I could have gone round, but it wasn't. Like I say, it's a learning curve, but it's just take it as it comes.
And obviously, you've been a busy guy in the pitch yourself, but first in and among the team, young Elliot, his first match got better as night went on. Josh Embleton battled for everyone. We've seen Gregor with 3 heat wins, so there's positives there. It's everyone needs to put it together on the same night, and then the win will come.
Yeah, I mean, like it's teams swapped around a lot, so we need to learn to ride with each other. Which tonight, showing that it's coming together, and obviously I've helped a couple of lads. We've had a good chat. So it's like you say, it's just getting them laps in, and obviously I think as a team we'll get there.
League Cup win there, Dave, and he's been off the bike for a month, as he said himself, 10 years off the bike. The last thing he got was another month, and you could maybe just see that heats 13 and 15, just that sharpness that Ben Morley and Alfie Botel had at the start. I mean, there were a couple of bike lines clear by the time they got to the first bend, and what was 3 run-ins, heat 13 was run twice, and that was maybe the difference. And at the end of the day, it's 3 points for Kent, and Armadale still looking for that first league point.
Yeah, totally. But I was doing updates tonight, so you're right on the start line, and yeah, it was perfect starts from both Royals, and Lee for all his efforts. I mean, you can't fault his effort. Anyways, throwing his legs everywhere, trying to get as much out of the bike as possible, and it's going to be exciting to watch. So that'll be really good. I look forward to watch them for the Devils. Give us some exciting races coming up, hopefully.
That's it. So more to come from Lee Compline, more to come from the Devils in the weeks to come. But before we go, as always, it's a race tonight, and this one, it's a pretty tight finish. Heat number 8.
We'll see what happens here. Kieran Lydon rides from gate 1. Gregor Miller's in gate 2. Important that he does well here. Connor King in gate 3. And Josh Embleton rides from gate 4. Quite an evenly matched heat, I think. King away very well. Lydon not away very well. So it's back into a shared race situation, but here comes Josh Embleton. having a dabble around the outside. Gregor Miller always on the inside, and he's close as well. We just take one small mistake by Connor King in front, but he hasn't made any so far. Gregor Miller drives hard in on the inside. Really trying hard there. Very close. This is bringing out the best of Miller. Got a chance here, I think. King holds on. Right. Best heat of the night so far. Here comes Miller again. King just hanging on. And who won that one? Not sure there. What do you reckon, Graham?
I reckon I'll wait for Will Additionton to
Yes,
tell me on
seems
that
like
one,
a
Mike.
good idea, yeah.
Tough one. Of course, there's the kind of two sides, isn't there? Gregor had the drive off the bend, but
Certainly
still had-
Gregor's best ride by a long way.
Yep.
Showing the determination that he needs.
Yep. It's not in Gregor's character, but Gregor making the mistake there and not punching the. We'll see it here. That's pretty close even from that angle. I think King may just have held it, but we'll see what Will Additionton has to say. As you see on screen, I went in blue for Gregor Miller, second in white Connor King, third in red Josh Embleton, and Kieran Lydon in yellow at the back. A 4-2 to the Devils, 24 apiece after heat number 8. You got that one, Dave. You were in line with it, you said?
Yeah, it was the right call. Very, very close in the end, but yeah, no, brilliant driving off the inside of the second bend and the fourth bend from Gregor, and he did it, as I said, he did it a few times, but that one he made stick, and a excellent win for young Gregor.
Yep, excellent win for Gregor there. Sadly, that was probably the highlight. That and Heat 14, the highlights for the Devils, and another defeat. That'll wrap us up for the night. Dave, we'll be back during the week as we preview the visit of the Berwick Bandits in the Jubilee League, the first group match for the Monarchs in that next week. But until we're back with that, as always, thank you and goodbye.
Bye now.